Before I do that, let me do this. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowances made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by the copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit education or personal use tips to balance in favor of fair use. Joke, no joke, I am using this content under fair use for the purpose of criticism, comment, and news reporting. Okay? Let's get into this. This is going to blow y'all minds today. We're going to know who was responsible for the 2Pac killing. All right? Listen, what you're about to hear is two of Reggie Wright Jr.'s of Right Way Security, who was doing security for Death Row. Reggie was Suge Knight's personal bodyguard or security. And what you're about is two of his workers talking about the night 2Pac got killed, right? Michael Moore was one of the people that worked for 2Pac, and Frank Alexander was the other one that worked personal security for 2Pac. All right? Pay attention and listen. The audio ain't that great, so you got to listen up. All right?
Everything's possible. You know. I've been touching, so I got to pick up. Okay. It's going to be easy for half an hour or so. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Wait. Oh, Reggie knows. I know he does. Because he said some things that are weird. Things that you normally don't say. He said. Like what? His comment was, we ain't going to be hurting for nothing. Who is we? He said, we ain't. This is what he told me. I said, dang, man, that's pretty sad. I said, financially, that's going to fuck some shit up. And he goes, we ain't going to be hurting for nothing.
Now, right now, what you're hearing is Michael Moore talking to Frank Alexander. And what he just said to him is, he like, damn, nigga, Pac is dead now, man. That shit gonna hurt financially. And Reggie says, we ain't gonna be hurting for nothing. And that's why Frank like, who the fuck is we? Like, that nigga don't own no company. Who is we? Right? But what Michael Moore is saying is that is a strange response to be having, like when 2Pac died. You talking about, oh, we ain't gonna hurt for nothing? What?
I said, dang, man, that's pretty sad. I said, financially, that's going to fuck some shit up. And he goes, we ain't going to be hurt for nothing. So, but Reggie saying that don't mean, you know, that's Suge's involvement or this and that. Because I'm going to tell you something else, man. You know, we don't know, well, we know that Reggie and Suge are close. They grew up together. They're like brothers, right? We don't know how much Suge completely trust Reggie or will say certain things to Reggie. You know, maybe there's nothing he won't say to him. Then again, maybe there is. Maybe Reggie knows a lot, okay? But I don't think if Suge had anything to do with Tupac's death, he would tell Reggie. He would. You think he would? He would. I know he would. Like, because they're tighter than you think. Everything that Suge does, Reggie knows. Because I tell you right now, anything goes down with Suge, you know who's going to run this company? Reggie. Wrong. What do you mean, Death Row? He would much rather see it turn over to Reggie. Nope, wrong, because then everything comes back on Reggie, right? Everything is pointed at Reggie. That's pressure Reggie can't handle. Let me tell you, if something goes wrong with Suge, who's going to run the company? Common sense, right? Sharitha is on the thing. Sharitha's on the paper. Yeah, Reggie would carry most of the burden. Man, I can't see it. I cannot see that. I can't see that. And you know who I got that from? A good source, a family member.
Now, I'm going to say Frank was sleeping. Frank was sleeping. Michael Moore is telling him, nigga, if something happened to Suge, Reggie going to run the company. Frank like, nah, I don't think so. He like, yo, I'm telling you, nigga. Something happened to Suge, Reggie going to run the company. Frank like, nah, man, I think it'd be Sharitha. He like, no. It will go into Sharitha, but it's going to be ran by Reggie. Now, Reggie's father tells Michael Moore that, but and we're going to get into that. But how did it turn out, y'all? How did it turn out? Suge went to jail, and he let who run death row? Miss Chalet and Reggie. So Reggie knew he had great opportunity to inherit the label if something happened to Suge, right? Just keep that thought. And remember, he cool with Sharitha, right? But keep that thought.
Man, I can't see it. I cannot see that. I can't see that. And you know who I got that from? A good source, a family member. A family member. Reggie's dad. Reggie's dad told me that. Wow. He said, Michael, if anything happens to Suge, this is what he told me. Anything happens to Suge, Reggie would run the majority of the company. And I said, even over Sharitha? He goes, trust me. Reggie, you know why? One thing Suge does is trust Reggie. He does. I'm saying Reggie fucked that whole shooting deal up. All that shit was Reggie's fault. Reggie was the one that wasn't with Suge. Reggie was the one who, I was at the hospital when Suge called Reggie in there. You see what I'm saying? I was there. One thing Suge didn't do is he didn't blame any of it for Reggie. And trust me, this shit was all Reggie's fault. Yeah, it was. It was all Reggie's fault. It should have been blamed.
Y'all hear that? It was all Reggie's fault. This is Reggie's security. It was all Reggie's fault. Suge was ignorant. He trusted this grimy ass nigga. He ain't see him for the snake that he was. He probably see it now, but it's way too goddamn late. But as they said, it was all Reggie's fault. We all know this, right? If he's the head of security and somebody get killed and he's the head of security, we already know it's his fault. But watch how they break down how it's his fault.
It wasn't even something where you could debate it. Any common sense tells you that the fault wasn't yours. You've been on for 6 weeks. Every one of the decisions that got me out of there, you in there, and everything else, all that came from Reggie's mouth. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. All that came straight from Reggie. That's why this shit was so comical. Because I kept saying, boy, and then when I talked to when I went, we went jet skiing with Mr. Knight, he told me on the lake. He goes, yeah, if anything happens, anything comes up, Reggie would be the one running the whole day in and day out operation. Suge would turn it to him. Because I'm going to tell you who he wouldn't turn it to. He has more faith in Reggie than he does Norris and, what you call it? Death Row people. Death Row people. He would turn it over to Reggie and say, everything that Suge would get, he would call Reggie, and then Reggie would put it into play. Well, but Mike, do you really think that it was a setup? I got to ask that question. Do you, in your heart, think it was a setup?
Y'all hear that? Now Frank asked Michael Moore, yo, do you think that was a setup like to kill Pac and Suge? Do you think that was a setup? Or in your heart of hearts, think about it. Do you think that was a setup? Watch this.